still hard to keep my hands on the steering wheel.
Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see here, we have a Citroen C1. As you can see from the amount of tree stuff on it, it's not been driven for a bit. And that is because, well, the battery, well, that's completely flat. Probably fucked, but definitely completely flat. And the car was running out of MOT. So in this video, obviously, I should probably be getting it MOT'd or doing some work to get it MOT'd. So that's completely not what I'm going to do. I want to fit a new steering wheel. A nice MK2 C1 steering wheel with a leather. Look at that. Yes. So that is going to go around there somewhere. So first, I need to take this one off. And to get this off, I first need to take this airbag off. And to do that, if we look down the side, we have a hole in it with a T30 Torx bit in it, which I need to undo. Yes. And then the same on the other side. And then when you've undone them, the bolts should actually stay in place and the airbag should just come off like so. And then we've got these plugs. And the lad who recommended this modification to me, I think he pronounced it Johan. But anyway, this is his car. The lad who recommended this modification to me does tell me that they plug straight in. So I need to disconnect this airbag plug, which should be a case of pulling up on that and then pulling that out there. And that is now disconnected nice and carefully. Also, I mean, if you're worried about it, you can disconnect the battery before doing this in case you don't want the airbag to go off on your face, which shouldn't actually happen, but my battery's completely flat anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. So now, I need to remove this steering wheel, which should be as simple as removing that 19mm and all. And then with that removed, make sure it's central and aligned, so we know where to put the new one back on and the wheels are pointing straight, and then just pull it really hard. Yes. And now with that shit out of the way,
Now you're gone. I realize my love for you was strong.
we should be ready to put this one on in its place. But first I need to remove the airbag from this one too, which is held on in a different manner to the other one. So if we look here, we've got a hole there, and we've got a hole there. And then here we've got that stick, which is not going to do anything in the same way that none of these buttons are going to do anything. So where that stick is, we've got that shred, which we can take off. So anyway, if we look inside, we've got a spring do for there. So if we push the incorrect tool through, as you can see there, then we push that like so. Then with that pushed there, then we can push the airbag out of that lug there. So now that one's released now. I need to do the same with that one and that one. So I'll just take that off there to get to that one there. And now that's that airbag out of the way. So now we can get on with fitting this onto here. So if we look here, we've got buttons on it that, like I said, I'm not going to plug any of that in, I'm not going to use any of that. But they do plug into the same place. They plug into the clock spring in the same way, well, the plug's the same and everything, as the original horn. But obviously on the original it just had a horn on it. So if you did want to make the buttons, but you might need a new clock spring out of a later model, you definitely probably need some wiring from behind the dash and loads of stuff that I'm just not interested enough in to find out. So yeah, let's put this steering wheel onto the, let's get rid of that. You definitely need a new clock spring because that has only got like one terminal on it. So yeah, anyway, this should be central already. So if I put this on and obviously just feed the wires through so they don't catch anything. I mean, I might as well just put that in there already actually. Like so. And then refit this nut. Not forgetting to torque it into place. And while I'm here, I'm going to take this stick off because like I said, that isn't going to do anything, so I might as well just bin it. And I think you should just pull out from there. So let's fuck that off. Which leaves us with a nice hole on the side, so I'll just put this back in place. You can get blanking plates actually, but I've not got one, so that'll have to do. And now it should be simply a case of plugging this back in, which we've got that there for the horn. This one, which should just plug in for the airbag. Yes. And then now, it should actually just be a case of pushing it like that. And then that should be done. That should actually be done. But I probably should check that the arm works and it doesn't throw an airbag fault. But I can't do that with a flat battery, so I've got this Oxito jump pack, which I made a video on a while ago. And hopefully this will start it. We have life. Yes. And so that had no problem starting it, and hopefully if I put this seatbelt on, then we don't have any lights on the dash to take the handbrake off. Yes. And as for the horn, yes. And so that does all seem to work as hoped. So I think that's all for this one. I will hopefully make some more C1 videos in the near coming weeks or whatever. I need to get it back on the road actually. I've just not been using it. So as you can see, yes. So anyway, that's all for this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. I'll see you next time. Yes. So now I'm actually driving the car, you can see that the steering wheel isn't straight. So I wish that I'd have marked that before I did it. And also, the steering wheel feels a lot different than the other one, because this bit feels great. You know, it's leather, it is a lot nicer actually, but the other one I did put a cover on it, like a stitched cover, which made it quite fat in your hand. Now this one doesn't have that, so it feels a bit thinner. This bit, it feels quite nice, like I say, it's leather, but you grab it with this bit if you want to be a G, and you know, you drive like this. There's not much girth in that, which feels strange compared to the other one. Anyway, I've got to take the steering wheel back off because I need to straighten it up, because I cannot drive it like that, because it is going to piss me off a lot. But I'm not going to film any of that because you've already seen it. So I just thought I'd add this on the end. Anyway, see you, bye.